Good night, people. Good night. Welcome once again. Welcome to another episode of our podcast. As you know, I'm your host, Clever. With me tonight, I have Devin. And from you see us after football play, we're here to talk about it all. We are all here to break it down, what transpired. So, big up to all of you guys that have tuned in so far. I know that I see Owen in the comment section. I see Eranda, I see Kevin Bernard. Big up on yourself. And for those who will join, big up on yourself, same way. So, Devin, you know that this was a Champions League week, and if there's one thing I know that you're a Champions League man. That's where your pedigree lies, because especially the club that you support. So that's your place.
Yes,
So,
out.
wow, where do I start? Hope that Kims will soon join because Kims really want to take on this one. But first off, we know that Ajax were knocked out, unfortunately, by Benfica because a lot of us had written down Ajax as a shoo-in for the next stage of the competition, but they were knocked out by Benfica. Benfica is one of the weaker teams remaining in the competition. You have anything to say about that one, Devin, or we just
Oh,
move
that
on?
was a shocker. That was a shocker for me. I don't know if other people want to make their comments afterwards, but that was a shocker because everybody had, Ajax to move on to the next round. Even before the first leg of this game,
Facts.
people were surprised that that game even was like, a 2-2. You know what I mean? So, and Ajax and especially this game was at their home. You know, this game was at their home. So what I look at it is like I don't know if you want to call him choke or they just disappoint, whichever words it would be appropriate. And then they had one of what's a guy named Haller, had a big time leading goal
Yeah,
scorer.
yeah.
Okay, so I'm saying so they have good players. They were scoring. They were defending well. I don't know. That was just a shock. And then this is what I don't like with some of these teams with all of this possession, and people. You know, people love have this talk about play. That's one thing we hate in a sports.
Mhm.
Especially football. Football. Them a play better ball, man. Them a ball them. Yeah. Them lose, but them play better. Man, I work with that in a level. The objective is to score and win. Yeah. So you can tell me how you make whatever play, but if I score and win the game, you can't. I have an argument to say I play better than you because the objective is for us to
Win.
score more goal and win the game. You may look
Facts.
better, you may have this, whatever, but if I take a shot, and that's the only shot that went in the goal, and you take 20 shots, none not going at the goal, you can say whatever. So, and they had the dominant position, and then they just didn't do anything. So, I was just disappointed in that because I was looking forward to them going forward. Ajax.
Especially as a better, eh?
Oh, gosh, man.
Sorry
The
for the
man in the
betters,
mash up
man.
everything, man.
Jaja. But here what though, what I'm looking at. And some people kind of disagree with it in a sense, while some kind of agree. Now, over the past month or so, Eric Ten Hag, the coach of Ajax, has been linked to the Man United job. See?
Yeah.
Now, I've been watching them in their league, and I also have been watching them in the Champions League, and they don't seem like the same Ajax probably 2 months ago, 3 months ago, that ball team off the park, score goals for fun, and things like those. Just the other day, I think they were playing, I don't want to say it wrong, but I believe it was a side named Warwick. When I hear that side, I said, Psh, I don't even know that. So probably, I think that side is around ninth or thereabouts in
Yeah.
the table. And if you look at it, it took a 95th minute winner for them to win that game. So
Mm-hmm.
it's a case for over the past month or so, they have been struggling with the links to the coach. And that's something that I always say, that, all right, I know that you're accustomed to this as well because the same thing transpired with Lopetegui when he was the Spanish coach and then he was linked to Real Madrid and Real Madrid eventually got him.
Yeah.
His tenure there wasn't that bossy and then they got rid of him. But what I'm saying is that it could be a case that the links to Man United job has gotten to the coach head and then in return, the team hasn't been performing well. What do you think about that?
It could be. It could be. It could be. Yeah. Yeah. That's not far from it because it was the same thing with that guy, and he didn't last long. But like, um, people were saying, well, that guy, a Spanish comment, there's a Spanish Derek Ray and another one. And he might have this peculiar way of talking, but it's like him don't really have a neck. I think it's not Derek Ray and another one. Two of them work together under a commentator. But he was saying it. What was the team that the coach was coaching before name again? Before he got the Real Madrid? Yeah?
Lopetegui was coaching on the Spanish national team.
Right. So he was saying, yo, it's like he has no interest in that no more. And you know, the job is basically for him. And even before he was saying, you're going to watch the Spanish national team, they're going to be disinterested. And he was just, even before the Spanish team even played, national team, he was saying the same thing you were saying that was happening to Ajax right now. He was saying they're going to be disinterested because he knows for sure, you know? And the other guy was saying, but no contract has been signed. How can you say you know for sure that he's coming to Real Madrid? He said, yes. Once Real Madrid show interest in anybody, nobody is going to turn down Real Madrid that easily.
Facts. Big up to the people that are tuning in. I say Latoya, I also say Michelle, Adrian Nicholson, big up to themselves, and also Casey. Casey is saying that Ajax and Dutch League is overrated. Wow. I think that's harsh. Latoya will eventually get there. She's saying that Chelsea won't win the league and the Champions League, and she said that Liverpool won't win Champions League and all those things. So, probably friend, big up yourself. Now we're going to go to the next one now, Devin. The one that has people talking. No,
your former team.
I know that you're a Spanish man, right? And you call it that you knew that a few of these Spanish teams were going to go through. It wasn't going to be Real alone. Because if we're being honest, looking at it from a long way out, all three Spanish teams seem like teams that weren't going to make it, right? But no, if we really look at it, Real Madrid gone through after their tie looked daunting. Villarreal went through today, but we won't get to Villarreal. We look at the name. We look at Man United, Atletico now. So Atletico, they have been up and down all season long in the league. But here they were playing against Man United, and if there's one thing we know about Atletico, they're one of the most annoying team when it comes down to Champions League. They will foul you and disrupt the flow of the game just for it to go in their favor. And guess what? The referees bought it, and that's exactly what happened yesterday. So, Devin, you can speak about the Spanish team a bit.
No, but like, this is what I don't understand with some people, like they were saying. Like, to be honest with you, it's Real Madrid got a real tough draw for the Spanish teams, right? Because when you look at it, Liverpool, Manchester City, Bayern, right? Didn't have any Spanish opponents, right? So what I'm saying now, Atletico of Man U, no disrespect to nobody and them favorite club, not a world beater in soccer right now. Villarreal got Juve. I know we're gonna get to that match. Not a big world beater in football, soccer right now. You know what I mean? So the big side that we got was Real Madrid against PSG. Real Madrid, a big team. Real Madrid have Champions League pedigree. You know what I mean? So there was nothing. So once we get over that, there's no big surprise to say that Atletico will get over the Man U. But watching, I catch the last part of the first half and all of the second half in the Atletico game. And I was saying, you know, because Kems was saying a lot of stuff on the thread where we were, you know, in terms of the technical thing, and I was saying, yeah, it makes sense. But I look at it now, right? Is you and Kem's former team. So y'all know the team more than I do. But I said, all right, Fernandez start, right? And took off Fernandez, and then I see Pogba came in. So I said, all right. But then no, when I see one matter coming, and I say, wait, this can't make any sense. Because for me, you know, if I was a coach and I'm going to do that, I'd rather, even though people may have differences of opinion to say, Pogba and Bruno can't work together. But to me, that would give me a better result as opposed to one matter in there with anybody else. So if you're going to make a sub, then I wouldn't see you take off that man and then put on Pogba and then you go put on one matter. I mean that.
But David, look at it though.
I couldn't figure that out from now until tomorrow.
Look at it from this standpoint though. You see that substitution? It was supposed to flip the other way around. So it should have been Pogba that started that game, and if Pogba wasn't playing well, you bring on Bruno. There's no way you can tell me that Pogba, who was arguably your second best star, your best player against Tottenham, come in this game, a game of so much importance. I bench the man. How that makes sense?
No,
McTominay would
that
never
too.
play the last game.
Right.
Come right back into the starting 11. That makes no sense. So personally for me, all the blame should be aimed at Ralph Rangnick.
Yes, man, because
Rangnick made a mistake with this, and he should face the blunt of whatever blame comes with it.
yeah, I don't know if people rate him more from before, because from early out when Ole was in there, remember, I'm a neutral that's concerned. Ole at the wheel, people started Ole out from early, even before it was justified. That's how I see it. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then this coach, though, I don't know if I'm not seeing enough. I don't see enough attack being going towards the coach. You know? So that was something. But then, as for Atletico, I thought the game would have been higher scoring, because in the league itself, which is unlike Atletico, and you were saying about it now, they've been giving up goals home and away. Home and away, they've been giving. Like teams, some look at that team you see a score for Atletico. I mean, I say, wait, this can't be Atletico. This can't be. Atletico would normally, you know, as Demo may call him, a super Stoke City, they will score 1 or 2 goals on you, and then they just lock it down from even like 10 minutes in the second half. So I was, you know, so Man U not being able to score on them, I was kind of surprised. I was looking for this game to be like a 2-1 or 3-2. Like I thought it would be a high scoring game, because Man U at home would press and probably Atletico try to catch him on the counter. But you know, like I said, there's no way a Spanish team playing in this, and I'm not cheering for the Spanish team. So that's after Atletico. You know, they grind it out, the annoying, the whatever, and you know, some of the things with Diego, whatever, people are saying, okay, it's time for a new look, but he's getting the result again.
Finally.
I allow it to the farmer fan to talk about this team now.
I'll get to him in a minute. So yes, Fran is saying that Atleti really played well on the break.
Right.
They weren't annoying to how we know them in the past. Simeone shouted Vamos Uga, which means let's play, and he did pass the ball well. As always, Michelle is in the comment section taking jabs at the voice himself, saying that comes back to the Villa jersey. Kish, look at that. Yes, Kish said that Kems is a part of why United lost. I said when you wore the jersey, I was concerned. Kems, you can jump in and give your take on this team, and I know that you want to beat that coach.
Good night, gentlemen. How we doing? How we doing, man? How we doing?
Yeah,
All right?
Good, man.
I'm good.
Listen, I have no reason to beat the coach, because I've already said what I said about him. This man is a press conference kind of guy, and you know, that's what it always will be. Out of Man United last coaches from 2013, Ralph Ragnick have the worst winning percentage of any Manchester United coach at 44%. And guess what? He has had the easiest schedule of any Manchester United manager, and he's still not able to win games. Listen to me, Devin. You remember the days of TOK? Remember the days of TOK, when TOK got barbecue and them a sing, what them a sing? From there, my party.
Yeah.
And the place I go on. You remember them days?
Yeah, man.
Ralph, if TOK come now and sing that, nobody now go real. Nobody now real. Want some new hits, and that is who Ralph remind me of. What I've heard about Ralph, you know, is everything that he has done in the past. In the past.
Yeah.
I've not heard about nothing new, nothing lately.
No new song now, Japa Road.
No new song. Same old tunes, same old beats. No, Ralph. Ralph, you need some new songs, you need some new hits, you need something to get the younger population into it. And what Ralph is doing right now is simply not good enough. I said it from early out. Firing Ole is the wrong decision, but it's a decision that the board had to make, because everybody was coming down on them. Fire the coach. And listen, you can't fire 11, 15, 22 players. So you can fire one coach though. It's easier to replace a coach than to replace all those players. But Ralph is not it. He's a guy that speaks well, speaks very eloquent. But for somebody, all right, listen. And I heard Gary Neville, Paul Scholes, Rio Ferdinand say it. Man United need a manager that they fear, that drive some fear in them. When I look at Ralph, based on all right, look, when Alex Ferguson was coaching the team, I hear them little thing about players don't want to train, this and that, or they don't like the coach, they laugh at the coach tactics. This when you hear all of that kind of stuff, what we Jamaicans say, Devin, if it not go so, it
Nearly
nearly
got
goes
so,
so.
brother.
It nearly goes so. So something along there. All right, no. Let me just focus on the game. Again, sometimes you're too smart till you're fool. So you play the game against Tottenham, an attacking game where you get 3 goals. All right. So you know you're going up against Atletico at home. So you know how Atletico can only play 2 ways. Either them defend, and get a goal in at the last, or them defend, and beat up on the counter attack. Only 2 ways they're going to come out and play the football. Now, I tell you now that Elanga not special to me. In a crucial, and this is it. I don't have the certifications as Ralph. I never coach up Klopp, Nagelsmann, and all these people. I don't have the credentials. So let me just preface my comments by saying that. But what I do have is common sense. What I do have is a particular level of intellect. So I know BS when I say BS. Okay. So Elanga for me, and I'm going to say it. Elanga for me is not special. He's a player who work hard, can get you 1 and 2 goals, not special. I am playing a Champions League game where I know I must get a favorable result to go through. Elanga can't be in my starting lineup. I'm sorry, cannot be. Again, and I've said this to Levon when I was in the Manchester United group. I said that to Levon. No matter what the circumstance is, in a game that is do or die, me personally, I must put my best 11 forward. Scott McTominay and Fred cannot play a game like that. Why? You need a ball carrying midfielder. So me, as old as Matic be, Matic after the end of my midfield, because he's the only person in that midfield who willing to carry the ball and distribute the ball. Fred and McTominay just go run up and down and tackle and that. All of that is nice and dandy. But in order to break down Atletico, how we want to break down Atletico, we need a ball playing, ball carrying midfielder. And I think Matic needed to be inserted there. Fred, Fred played well. Fred did Fred.
He did.
Let us get to the guy who they say is the GOAT. And listen, remember, I came here the night before and I praised him and I lauded him. And I praised him and I lauded him and I was like, okay, he was great against Tottenham. But listen, it is inexcusable for you to be the striker of the team and you have 0 shots. I don't care how you get the shot, but we need the keeper for your work if you are the GOAT. Listen, again, Messi is my GOAT, but when you tell me Ronaldo is the GOAT, if you are the GOAT, you have to able to take a shot. Not only that, in the goal we score, obviously we can say it was a foul on, it was Elanga, right, Levon?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, we can say it was a foul on Elanga. Okay, no problem. But what Cristiano Ronaldo do, instead of run back, Cristiano Ronaldo run beside the referee. Hey, that's a foul, that's a foul. While Atletico play the football, hey, that's a foul, that's a foul. Those little things are what cost us in the game. You're not giving us, I see Ronaldo make 1 tackle and I clap and I was like, good job. But 0 shots, not good enough. A GOAT performance wasn't there. At least in the PSG game, my GOAT was taking some shots and firing, never score. But I want to see that effort from Ronaldo, and we just never see it, and it was very disappointing. The team was disappointing. I agreed with Devin though. I would have started. Well, I think Levon said
Levon.
I would have started Pogba. I'd have started actually the
No,
same.
you know what you mentioned? You said that you needed a ball carrier. He's a ball carrier. So in a game like this, it needed him per se. I mean, people are trying to make argument that he never played good in the first leg. Okay, that was the first leg. First leg is long gone behind.
Long gone behind. Long gone behind. And in the Spurs game, he played well. So again,
Correct.
I don't want you to tell me about these players want rest. Brother, these players are getting millions and millions of dollars. You know, you treat your body. I don't want to hear none of that. If Ralph can say, Pogba, give me 60 minutes of quality football, I'm sure Pogba can produce that. But it just wasn't good enough. Rashford,
Uh,
listen,
another thing.
listen, Levon. You can't want to save a game and a Rashford you're going to bring on. It's impossible. Rashford has given you nothing all season. And you want to save a game. You want to try and get a goal. And a Rashford you're going to find a decent.
Who do you put on?
Eh?
Who do you put on?
So first of all, the first change what me would have make. Say for example, the start this side. The first change what me make a Cavani. Cavani have to be the first change what me gonna make. The first change can't be Rashford was the first change, right? Yeah, I think Rashford was the first change. Rashford and
change the formation then. Two up top.
what you mean? Boss, the formation gone out the door right now in our goal, more brother.
But that's an question.
Oh, well, obviously, but all of that gone down the door because I'm looking for a goal. So I'm looking for proven goal scorers. Cavani, you know, Cavani can find a goal. He'll never take off Ronaldo, so Ronaldo and Cavani, but allow Cavani to do the dirty work up here. For me, I am making the change from halftime. But I already seen everything that I needed to see in 45 minutes. So the team
fair enough. I just wanted to know who they put on. That's it.
Okay.
Well, Kems, you hear what? And I'm not going to ease up of it because you know that I personally like Ralph, but I'm going to beat Ralph on this one.
Mm-hmm.
You know that Atletico is going to come at Old Trafford and play one way. They're going to try it on the counters, or they're going to be reluctant with possession as always. This is where you call for your ball handlers. Paul Pogba has to start. There's no way you can tell me Mr. Bruno out for what, a week, and then as he come back, he's an automatic start. Why? McTominay out for a while. As he come back in, automatic start. Why? That just don't make any sense. And this is where
Pogba should have started too. I agree that Elanga shouldn't have started.
Has to take some beating there. But separate and apart from that, boy, the refereeing was awful.
Listen, I'll say that the referee. I'll agree that the referee was awful, right? I'll agree.
But should come down to him.
But the referee wasn't the reason why United lost that game.
Coach.
You know, it was just down to coaching. You know, the coach just wasn't well. For me, he hasn't been good enough all season, but you know, we can debate that any day. But
by the way, let me ask a question. What big team, major team has he coached?
None.
Mirbo Hoffenheim. And the last thing that Mirbo said.
He coached Leipzig.
He coached some decent team, but outside of the decent teams, he hasn't really had a big job, you know.
Ryan,
Ryan, you know,
like you have some people who better at teaching, like some lecturer and support them better at teaching, but you have the other man them now who will learn and go there go actually implement.
But
like
the thing
the Tuchel and the Nagelsmann and the Klopp and the man there. The man they are implementers. He's a teacher.
But
or a director. Whatever it might be.
That is what I was going to tell you, that he was more focused on sporting director role and those sort of things more than the coaching itself. And as you mentioned a while ago, you know, you have some people that are good at directing and being teachers. Well, so while you also have some people that are good at assisting more than doing it by themselves. For example, you look at man like Rene Molestein and all those guys that work with Fergie. Whenever those people went on their own, you know, you realize how garbage they were. And then you hear right throughout history that Fergie wasn't really the one who was coaching, it was the assistants that did all of the work. All he did was manage and all those things. So what I'm saying is that you may have a point in regards to that, but I mean, this guy brought Leipzig to, I think, quarterfinals in Champions League. So
Leipzig, the thing is,
Leipzig was not just a project. So you can't
Leipzig is
really count Leipzig in a manual.
But what I want to know is that, and I've heard a lot of persons asking, how comes when there was so many vacancies, whenever you hear him name pop up for none of them? When there was Chelsea vacancy, name never pop up. When there's other...
No, man, he did for Chelsea.
Ryan, you heard him for Chelsea? I don't the first
Chelsea
time
were going
I heard
to
that man.
appoint at the same time with
Yeah, they
Tuchel.
wanted him as
Not as a coach.
Interim.
the team where we always give when name Goosedink. Just for sit throughout the season, and him never want that. And Chelsea said, okay, then go away with this.
Listen. All I say is that, you know, I hope Levon can come on terms to agree that the firing of Ole was very premature.
You will never live to see that happen.
And very premature because look, Arsenal didn't follow no fire Arteta, and look at Arteta shining right now.
Bro, come on, bro. They can't compare Ole Arteta. Arteta have more sense than Ole.
Didn't Ole get 3 years?
Yeah, he did.
Okay, and what did he do in those 3 years? Greatness.
I'm trying to figure it out myself.
Well, he got 2 years, two full years. He came third in the EPL. He came second. He went to the Europa final. He went to, I think he's.
Oh, and beat City more than how City beat him. Maybe that is one thing. Okay, I have to figure out.
But I just told you, saying the man comes sick. The same Lampard where you jump up and rave about, him whop up Lampard everywhere.
Me jump up and rave about Lampard.
Yeah, they on Facebook and defend Lampard every foot of the way.
Yeah, but that is defending and raving about two different something.
Okay, the same Lampard where you defend, only box him up everywhere and see him.
And only box crap and still not win nothing. So what's your point?
Yeah, but again.
But again what?
Are you gonna let me talk? Again, on a focus pan. Oh, what have you win? What have Manchester United win in the last 5 years? What have we win in the last 5 years? As I'm saying,
Nothing.
Ole was taking the team on a particular part where it was on the up. Now Ralph take it over, it gone back down. It gone back right down. Gone back right down.
What upward they on with Ole? Ole defied all that he came in and promised fans. You know, Ole said that he was going to play attacking football. He was going to give youngsters a chance. He was going to send their team around youngsters, and he moved away from that. So I don't really want to hear about that guy.
No, you have to understand, Levon. When you come in and you want a particular thing, and then there is external pressures. If you want youngsters, but the club want results, you have to be able to balance that. You can't just play youngsters and lose. You have to be able to balance it.
This is the thing, Kems, listen. And I'm going to jab at Arteta. You mentioned Arteta, you know. That is what Arteta did. Arteta faced all the loss playing the youngsters, and now he's reaping the rewards because the youngsters are developing.
Yeah.
Remember that Arsenal were way down in last place, you know.
Yeah, but no, Arsenal was last place the first game of the season. The first
three games.
It's a 38-game season. The first 3 games is not enough sample size to say anything. Right? But what I'm saying is that Ole built back the moral of the team when it was all the way down rock bottom. One, he brought back the culture of Manchester United. We are now seeing that these players are not as great as we thought they were. And Ole, you know, like when you squeeze an orange to get the last out of it, that is what Ole was doing. And Ole got some results that we never expect him to get. This guy who no rave about, again I'll say, Mr. Press Conference, the guy who no rave about and tell me, say, him are the best thing since sliced bread, has been the worst Manchester United manager in the last 9 years. From 2013 till now, he has been the worst Manchester United manager by winning percentage.
All right, that's a stretch.
What is it?
You're wilding right now.
Levon, I gave you the facts. Winning percentage, he is the worst Manchester United manager. He is at 44%. Ole is at 54%. The second
44% is how much games?
44%.
We don't much chance to win underneath your belt. How much players did he sign? Boss, I'm going to beat you. No, don't come with that.
No, you cannot.
You say one. Games. Listen, you say one always say we have to factor in all the intricacies when it comes on to these things. We have to put everything into proper context, and you're not.
Levon, I am putting it into proper context. He has had the easiest schedule from a Man United manager. The easiest in the whole EPL since he has took over. And he has failed. How much more you want to see? If it was Ole, we would have run Ole out of town when he played Norwich, Watford, and all them bottom teams there. This guy has had the easiest schedule and he has failed to deliver.
Ole lost against him as well, so I don't know what you're getting at.
Like this again. I am looking at all the evidence. I'm looking at the way they play football, not good enough. I'm looking at the results, not good enough. I am looking at every single thing. Winning percentage, not good enough. Can he even make a final? No, not good enough. Not good enough. All they make FA or English Cup final, semi-final, second place, third place. Ole has delivered for Manchester United. If we don't say him no win no trophy, okay, I'm going to put all of the United managers that don't win no trophy and throw them away. But Ole has raised back the standard at Manchester United that Jose Mourinho ran all the way into the ground. I don't ask you, the facts are there to prove it. But tell you no all the time.
What is the standard? Because Mourinho won titles. So I kind of don't know. But then again, maybe titles are hype thing, according to you, Ole.
Well, titles is just the ego. So only can run come on Facebook and jump up. Oh, I win the Club World Cup. I win the Club World Cup.
Yeah, something.
Listen. The state of Manchester United when Jose Mourinho was there was absolute. It was turmoil. It was at the ground. And Ole, because he loves Manchester United so much, took up the project and raised back the standard of Manchester United. Third place. Second.
Okay, so why them have so much leaks answer then?
What do you mean? What are you talking about? What leaks?
What do you mean by me talking about?
What leaks?
Every time something happens, it leaked to the media, quote unquote leak.
I've never heard any leaks about Ole. What leaks did you hear?
Talk about the man bring back the standard and whatnot.
You know, say, ungrateful, you know.
Let me ask a question about some. Let me ask a question. Didn't Ozzy finish second with United as well?
You say what?
Didn't Jose Mourinho finish second with Man United as well? Because I said that man bring back the standard finishing second and third and all that.
No, Levon, if you're going to quote me, I needed to quote me in its entirety. I never said only second place was good enough. I said the morale of the Manchester United players and the whole Manchester United staff room was down to the ground. Ole brought that back. And on the top about feel-good moments, I wish Ralph could have given me a feel-good moment in that Atletico game. We could move on to the next round. Couldn't do it, right? However, Ole has brought Manchester United back where it needs to be, where them can attract some people for coming in. Remember, you guys are the same one. Oh, which player don't want to play for Ole? Nobody don't want to play for Ole. He's not even a coach. He is a PE teacher. Wow. But he got in this player. He got in that player. He got in more players. And players wanted to play for him because they see that the man, if he's not big like clap on them, okay, fine. But when you tell me about this Ralph guy and that guy in the bottom left-hand corner, because I'm about to leave to go back to class, but that guy in the left-hand corner, he was the first one. Jump up! Ralph. That man is the worst Manchester United manager winning percentage ever since 2013. 44%. And he has had the easiest schedule. That's unacceptable, man. Only can accept that if you don't want to, That's why Steven Gerrard, I know Steven Gerrard not accept mediocrity.
Shake, shoot.
Hi guys, boy, I was in the comment section and I was typing like a whole lot, right? But that Kems is a joker. Sometimes I just think that Kems just like create mischief, right? He's taken over my role and he excels at it, right? But he's excelling at nonsense. Kems, why you come on the program talking a bag and madness, right? Listen, Manchester United fans are just supposed to accept reality. The club is trash. Right? Start from there.
No.
There have been things that have been done wrong at the club ever since we went for Louis van Gaal. Right? From then until now. I'm not even gonna say David Moyes, because guess what? Sir Alex literally gave him an aging squad, right? So it started with Sir Alex, right? And if you realize, his shadow literally looms over Manchester United. We have played 10 years of Champions League football and we have only won 2 knockout ties. Before that, we played 16 and we won 13. So that's how far we have fallen from grace, right? Where we are literally in Satan's pit. So we are literally red devils now, right? But as I said, the club is in total disarray. See, Them one literally knock down the entire stadium. You think if we were really doing well, they would really think about that? But guess what? They are basically saying, but hey, guess what? We're not doing well on the football field. We're doing well in terms of commercially. Let's see if we can make some more money. While even though the fans are there complaining about, because you actually have fans that are complaining about the infrastructure and what they're not able to get at the ground and what don't work from what work on match days, right? So the whole club is in disarray. But for Kems to get up and say, oh, coach this, coach that, listen, I don't care if a man wants to say Ralph is X, Y, or Z, because guess what? Too much buttercupping, too much milking, too much stroking of men's ego, right? By other men, which should never ever take place on the planet, was taking place at Manchester United. So when a man like Rashford can play over 250 games and some man go and say, oh yeah man, world-class talent. Yeah, 8 out of 10 footballer. Right? Bruno Fernandes. Oh yeah, world-class footballer. Oh yeah, best player in a terrible team. Right? You automatically get godlike status for doing nothing because you have not achieved anything. And all these coaches come in. So he mentioned Ole. Ole did a lot of that, right? And even now, people like Maguire is in the team. I believe that even for Ralph, you see, because Ralph has a very short tenure at Manchester United, the players know that, right? So if you know that and you are supposed to go into a particular role and you are going to take the team or try, let me say this, if you are going to try to build the team to another level, really and truly, you're not really going to get into the bad books of all the players, because you can't. Because what do you think will happen? They may have to let him go. But how you going to let go an interim manager? You can't let go an interim manager.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
What if Ralph decides that, okay, I want the position long term, and let me say,
he would never do that. He would never do that.
Hold on. Do you think that the players' mindset going to change?
No.
Because he's no there long term. No, you mentioned that he's an interim. So then I think a third way. So if he become long term, you think they going to change?
No, because guess what? He would literally ship out most of those players. Remember, Ralph was a man that was saying that certain players weren't even good enough to be at the club even before he started to play for to coach the team.
So you'd rock the boat if him get the position long term.
Yes. Yes, and people need to understand that. Listen, too many trash players are at Manchester United, and people just need to accept that. And that is why even I just mentioned Arteta in the comment section. You realize what Arteta went in and did? Oh, you guys are money merchants. You guys just want money, but guess what? You're not producing on the field. What did he do? The man literally ship out all of them and say, "Your bench." The man discipline them. If you come late, you don't play. You lose captain armband. And all of a sudden, the youngsters, oh, okay, yeah. So he has a young team and he's developing. You can actually see what he's doing. Everybody's literally impressed with what Arsenal are doing right now, right? It's only bad mind people who would have thought that, oh yeah, automatically Arsenal would have lose to Liverpool today. But most people were actually hopeful that, oh yeah, Arsenal could actually probably draw the game or even beat Liverpool, right? Because guess what? They can actually see what that coach is doing. So it's the same thing for Manchester United. We need to identify a coach that is sensible, innovative, and you see, the only thing I agree with what Kem said, we need somebody that will drive fear into the people, right? So it's either my way or my way. So not just because you're on wages of 400,000 and 350,000 and $500,000, huh?
Sure you want that? Because no use to cost Marino for that,
Cost him for what?
For being hard. Oh, you're too hard on Shaw. You're too hard on
man. No. Hold on. Let me tell you something about Mourinho. You see, Mourinho was a done coach. right? So you can't be a done coach and want to tell man certain things, because guess what? It's not like you're doing anything new on the field of play. Your style was ancient. So that is what I had a problem with Mourinho. Not how he used to handle the man them in terms of Pogba, Shaw, Alexis Sanchez, and a few others.
Yeah,
Right?
but then you say I'm done, but you realize everything when say come to pass.
And that's fine,
So
because guess
it
what?
done before it come to pass?
And that is why I said, Ryan, that guess what? You realize I never said it start with Mourinho. I said it started all the way back with Louis van Gaal, right? And it is a 10-year.
He was a done coach. He was a done coach.
Yes, he was, right? And that is why I'm saying that it literally started from there. So there has been no significant succession planning, right? So it all come down to one man where we have a trash team. Listen, all we had was just to be hopeful, you know. But really and truly, nobody don't really rate this Manchester United team, you know. Even the Manchester United supporters don't even rate the team. You know how I know they don't rate the team? Because when we lose, we say, oh, Watley side, we don't expect better. But if you don't expect better, why are you looking for good results? If you know that the team not good, you know that there are 3, probably 4 teams that are ahead of you. Not necessarily in terms of quality, right? In terms of individually. However, if it's one thing Shakes always say, please identify one game in the past 5 years that Manchester United has played as a team. Some man always respond and say, Shakes, but the man didn't win a game. So that's the last one. And I always say, but you guys don't realize that it is down to individual brilliance. Remember when we played Tottenham, what did I come on and say? That, but if the 37-year-old was on our team, the other team would have won if he was on that team. Because both teams are inconsistent.
Man, you tried everything to win that game.
Literally, right?
Ronaldo had ideas. That's it.
But nobody can tell me, even for the game that we played against Atletico Madrid. Listen, me blame the coach 70%. You know why? Because certain baller, nothing come back in the team. One. And this is, and it's all about coaching experience. You see, when you don't have the best coaching experience at the highest level, read the Champions League knockout phases, Ralph doesn't have that. Simeone has that. He has been to the finals a couple times, right? He has been to quarterfinals as well. So he has all that pedigree and he knows exactly what to do. So it's simple. Score a goal and lay down on the field for the rest of the game. I literally lie down on the field for the rest of the game. Anybody want to blame the ref? But guess what? I'm not going to blame the ref. I'm going to blame the coach and the players from my team who knew that, guess what? You see, conceding a goal, that's what Atletico always have done under Simeone as coach, right? They stop playing football. The man, they might literally stop play football, right? But the whole team structure was wrong. I don't know. You see, and this is what I don't like. I see Harry Maguire he was taken off the field when he really needed a goal. Why is it Harry Maguire have to play every single game? Why is it Scott McTominay have to come back in a game to come kick the ball sideways when me and Levon can go a club go do that? Just the same.
Guess what, Shakes? The thing with that, you know, as I mentioned in terms of Ralph being the interim, it's not a case as if he can do any different. Why? It's written into these dudes' contract that once they're fit, they got
it. I know, and that is why when Ryan asks the question about him taking over, if he were to take over, he would literally ship out 3/4 of those players.
For like a game or so, and it caused a rift, even with commentators and all kind of people.
Exactly. So that is why I'm saying that there's no way that man would be sensible enough to go and fill that role, unless you know that, guess what, you're getting assurances from the owners and the directors that, hey, half of this team gone.
I agree with Fresh Cut right here. Ralph is a sporting director United needs, not the coach.
And that is why I'm not even gonna kill him, because as I said, how do you get rid of an interim coach that is literally an interim coach.
True.
Right? Because Ryan asked which big job him have. He has never had a big job. And that is why he was not given the caretaker role or the permanent role. He literally got the interim job because you knew that he's not good enough to be the coach. But guess what? You're trying to appease the fans, right?
I know that personally, I don't think if he himself thinks that he wants to be a coach, because even at Leipzig, remember that he walked away. He was the one who decided that, hey, coaching is not for me, so I'm bringing Nagelsmann.
But he went all the way to Russia. The man literally go to Russia, right? Yep. Why you go, as a German, why you go to Russia? Tell me, how many Germans actually go to Russia? Very few. And in terms of for a German who would be, you're not at Bayern Munich or Borussia Dortmund, but you're at decent clubs in Germany. You don't get up and go to Russia, right? You're going to take on proper roles, but guess what? The man just was like, you know what? Let me just go and try build some project. So work with some coaches. So that is what Manchester United need to do: identify a coach and work on getting rid of a lot of these players. The sooner, the better. If we can get up and follow the little Arsenal model that is going on right now with Arteta, we will reach somewhere before Newcastle and even Arsenal.
But I'm going to move away from this sad club because, as I mentioned, I'm United over at Newcastle. So I don't care what happens over Man United. But Ryan,
guys,
your side.
I'm not staying. I just came to give my
big up yourself, bro.
Yeah. Little more. I'm in the comment section, guys.
Alright, fam, big up. Ryan, no, your team got a 2-1 victory over Lille today. As we expected, they would have gotten the better in this tie, and from a long way to say that it was just meant to happen. First time you draw them when it was a bogus draw, and yet still you got them back in the second draw. But when you look at it, what you have to say about your team? Pulisic once again on the score sheet, but Georgina gave he assisted one. Well, he assisted 2 goals, one for the next team and also one for Chelsea. So what you have to say about your team?
Well, Chelsea did what they had to do last season and this season. Chelsea really hasn't gone into a 4th or a 5th gear in the Champions League. They just go about their business, and if it is that they need to get a goal, they find a way to get a goal. Remember that Real Madrid semi-final game where we needed, well, I think we won the first leg 1-0, something like that.
Yep.
And we just found goals at the right time. Even though we're missing chances, when the time came to kill the second leg, we found a goal and killed the second leg. So it's not like as if we have hit any high crescendo in terms of our ball playing. We have just been efficient, consistently efficient throughout. And when we were behind by 1, we found the goal right at the end of the first half. To basically not the stuff.
It's something that I realized with Chelsea quite a lot this season, even in the Premier League. Why is it that your team plays so, I'd say, conservative or somewhat?
That's what I'm saying. We just play
in the first half of the game.
We play within ourselves. If you look at our goal scoring in the league, we're averaging like 2 goals a game or something like that. We're not, we're conceding at like 0.8 a game. So we are not putting our teams, for argument's sake. We're not beating.
What exactly am I saying? Like that? Huh? First half, the team doesn't do much, and then they come out second half, all guns out. So that's what I'm saying. That is, why is it that in the first half they can't do the same exact thing they do in the second half?
I don't know. Maybe the coach. That you have some teams who play, they hit a level for during the first half, like for the first 30 minutes, then they fall off, and then the second half they come back, hit a level, and then them fall off. Maybe this coach want them to be consistent throughout games. I don't know if that is the thinking that they play within themselves, and if it is that they need to turn it up, then they go for it for like a 5 or a 10 minutes or something like that. I don't know, but it seems to be working so far. But I don't know. Maybe that is the thinking that don't overexert yourself too much. But if you need to do this, do that. So it could be that.
Now, the other game that we saw took place there, Devin, was another fair Spanish team, and as you always saying, so once a Spanish team is in Champions League, or if it's a rival to Real Madrid, you want them to do well. So here it was Juventus, and I know that from yesterday you were saying that they're going to beat Juventus. No long explanation, nothing at all. You just had that gut feeling that they were going to win, and they didn't just win. They beat them up in the end, and boy, I know that Ryan is saying that Delict is like a younger version of Maguire, but what you thought about Villarreal's
Right.
performance?
And then I remember Suchman was saying there's no way it can happen. I'm saying go sleep on it and then watch the first leg and then bet on Villarreal. But look, I'm living on. All right, prior to the first leg, right? Prior to the first leg, in the league game, I was watching a league game. Albeit it was Granada who beat. No, I was about to say we. Villarreal beat Granada 4-1. This guy, what his name again? Name Arna
Danjuma.
Danjuma, yeah. He got an hat-trick. But the way, like I said, Granada is still battling for relegation. But the way Villarreal, I was just focused on Real. The way they play that game, they just play some attacking football. They play some good football. And I say, you know what? They're going to get this Juventus team problem. In the first leg, they were playing good as well. And I'm saying, you know what? Villarreal in the second half, when I said, after watching this first half of this game, I'm hoping for them to just, I know Granada is not on the same level as Juventus, not even nowhere close, right? But if they just go out and play that way that I see them play, you respect just go with that mindset just to play some attack, and they did. And even though it was late, that guy that name he got a penalty, he got a late penalty, but you know, and he wasn't even the leading goal scorer prior to this. You know, was the next name Moreno. He was the leading goal scorer. It's just that in that match against Granada, he got an hat-trick. So I think both of them now they're close to 10 goals. It's either 8 or 9.
Yeah, man, and the youngster is up there as well. Because but that is scored 4 in one goal.
So unlike Atletico, you know, them play and like it's a team where we keep coming at you, you know. Yeah, but every now and then they will go into a little defensive, a little wall kind of play. But I like the young, I like the way they play, and I say, you know what, they're gonna beat them. So it's just by me watching them. It's not no like seeing tactics or who play 5-4. It's just what you call it, optics. You know, you watch ball game and you watch ball game for a long time, and you see your team play, and you like how they play. And I just like how they play. So and then they play possession ball game some of the times because I'm gonna keep saying it because we don't want to just say, oh, they beat up Granada. I think they had close to like 70% possession in that Granada game, but they were just playing. And from that time, I just liked the way they were playing. So I had no doubt that they will get the better of Juventus. And like I was saying, like, to be honest, just watch it. Simple logic, simple reasoning. Juventus, no disrespect to Man U. They are not a Bayern, they're not a Liverpool. You get what I'm saying? They're not a Man City. So these Spanish team going up against this side, it's not like it's difficult. It's not like night and day between these and these teams. Simple. Sure. You know, the bigger side them gone through from last week, better side are the favorites to win it. So there's no need for us for them to fear of a Juventus or, you know, Atletico is to fear Man U. So that's how I see it.
Okay. Now, Ryan, yes, I asking a question that how bad are Juventus really?
They're average. They have found a little stretch in terms of they are now in the top 4, comfortably in the top 4, and with a little bit of luck, if the other 3 teams above them mess up anymore, they have a chance of maybe challenging, but that's a little bit of a stretch. But they are comfortably in the top 4, so their max is basically getting them to play at a level. They even won our group, but really and truly they were not the real group winners, but they won the group nonetheless. Somehow. So they have their numbers in terms of where they are and they're winning the group has been deceptive. They are not as good as it appears, I guess, if you look at their standing. So they have a lot of work to do. Their midfield is not that good. Their benches, their players, like some of the players getting old. Juventus just have a lot of work to do, to be honest with you. So, and you know, honestly, if De Ligt was an English player, every day would I hear him overrated?
Every day. That's true.
You know that every time a team that implodes that he's on, you remember
Netherlands.
Tottenham, not even there, so Tottenham versus Ajax, him get spin for another goal them.
Yep.
I think maybe 2 goals if I'm not mistaken. The Netherlands game at Euros, he got a red card.
Yep.
I think there was another game for Juventus where he got a red card, and today he gave away a penalty for a handball. He's always at the forefront of the collapses. He's a mini Maguire.
But the thing with Juventus then, right, when I'm looking at it, they have so much players that they have invested in that is just not good enough. When you look at a man like Arthur, remember that people expected a lot of Arthur. That man has yeah. De Ligt, as I just mentioned. Personally, for me, I thought he made a move. Same thing again. And you have a lot of other players that are there that they invested in over the years that hasn't just cut it.
But Demiral that they gave away, I think Demiral is a better defender than De Ligt. That's just me. But...
And what? I think he's on loan at Atalanta, yeah.
Atalanta.
He was the one that replaced Romero. But Kems, I know that you're smiling now because you bet on Villarreal and you know that they get a little chum. So any input on this one or you just hit this one out?
Yeah. Adlam tell me say Anthony my milk. Adlam banana milk boss. So I just sit my seat. Whether there's a fluctuate, no milk, so I'm not worry about that. But so you know in a little group chat, may I big up Juventus, may I big up Juventus and say Juventus at home, and I think they got a win over the weekend. To like 3-1 win over the weekend. I mean I say Juventus pan them case. So then, but then, Devin say, oh, my bet on Villarreal. And I say, why my bet on Villarreal? So I'm saying, no, go back and watch back the first leg. That's how I'm doing. Watch back the first leg and see, see where I was going, see who get the better chances, just see how the football was playing. And then I say, no, sir. I'm not come tell no big analysis or this coach X's and all. No, I just go watch back the game. And then I say, no. So Villarreal are going to win the game. So put my leg, huh?
You know that you were thinking though, because it's a good thing that I kind of have a good memory, You same one came on here way back when a lot of us were back in Atalanta to get a better Villarreal in a cup game, And you said that Villarreal, you're $5 odds, and you did get them, so they knocked out a Syria opposition. So why is it that they never back them again against the Syria opposition?
I don't know, man. Sometimes I just love going
because of the name, man. Juventus.
No, man. Sometimes I love go against the green, man. So I see a lot of persons that say, "Oh, Villarreal," they say, "Let's go for Juventus, yeah, man." But when money involved, now, I have to remove my emotions. I'm gonna go back and watch it. But this is the end of the road for Villarreal, though. No matter who them draw, this is the end of the road for them. Because if you know anything about these draws, it won't be favorable to Villarreal. So Villarreal now going to draw the Benfica, or not even Atletico. They're going to draw one of the Bayern, the Liverpool.
How many things they can draw Atletico? They can draw another.
Anybody can join anybody right now.
Right now?
Yeah, man. Once you reach quarterfinals,
open field.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but I don't want Chelsea getting a more easy side.
All right. So here we're gonna do. We're gonna do a mock draft. Then we get to the 2 EPL games. So. The 8 teams that are through is Liverpool, Chelsea, and City from England. So England has 3. Then they have 3 from over Spain. They have Real, Athletic, and also Villarreal. And then the 2 outsiders, one from Germany, Bayern, and then you have Benfica from Portugal. Now, Devin, I'm gonna start with you. See it? Yeah, Real Madrid, man. Realistically, don't tell me what you're feeling. Because everybody have a good feeling so they want Benfica. So realistically, who do you think that Real Madrid will get?
Somehow, based on the history of these Champions Leagues, when these things come up, I just think they're gonna get back Chelsea. I just see that. You just, I don't know. You just think that they're gonna draw them back. Because somehow, like when you watch it, some certain matches will go on. I don't know, whatever. I just think we're gonna get back Chelsea. I would want Benfica, but I just think we're gonna get Chelsea.
Okay. Ryan, as a Chelsea man, you heard what David just said. If it was left up to you, realistically, what do you think your side is going to get?
Who would I want? Atletico, Villarreal, or Benfica?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
But
one out of them three, I'm good. We don't want no Man City and no Liverpool and no Real Madrid.
Yeah, but
Why you always want the easy things, you know?
Because that one that be easier for go through. Simple.
So then they can run and come jump up and go back at the club.
Yeah.
Up and defend on
Yeah.
That's not
Yeah.
Bayern do not get, you know.
I rather face the big teams when I have to. No, I don't have to.
Well, I'm telling you right now, Chelsea is getting Bayern and Madrid is getting Liverpool. So I'm gonna figure out.
That's a match up there too. They love that match.
Yeah. Bayern I get Liverpool, Bayern I get Chelsea, and Liverpool and Real Madrid. Time to get rid of the jokers out of the Champions League. We already get rid of one joker yesterday, so now time to get rid of the other jokers. Only real. Yeah, Chelsea will go home now. You know.
So hold on there now, man. If you do that, if that happen, you're gonna have two jokers potentially in the semi-final. You know, open the playing field for Atletico. You know, open the playing field for Atletico, Benfica, and Villarreal advance.
Yeah.
No, you just said get rid of the jokers, you know, remember that?
Yeah,
but at the end of the day, you want two of them go semi.
Oh, because City are gonna play. I think City are gonna probably get Atletico. I think City are gonna get Benfica. Either one of them two.
City always get easy to them. You can't guarantee
them. Some easy team.
As always.
You know, say if you listen to me, though, I want Bayern get Benfica.
I want Bayern get Benfica.
Yeah, man, just have an easy run. I'll let the next two kill up themselves, and then you just take it easy stroll.
No, you know that normally with them draw, you're going to have a blockbuster game tonight. Have to.
You're going to.
I don't want it to be Chelsea and Bayern.
It's going to be real against Liverpool.
So, where's the level?
The blockbuster will be Real Madrid against Liverpool.
I don't want. Yeah, listen. Chelsea.
I don't mind that. At least once I get an easy game, at least you open up the floor for the finals again.
Look at this level. Chelsea, the man them draw Lille, right? Them draw Lille, you know, and then it was a redraw.
Yeah.
Draw Lille again. Like what are the chances?
The man, yo.
No man, no need to forget some.
Yeah,
no need to forget that. I want to not draw a Liverpool. Want to draw a tough team. And just kicking out.
Breaking, we play Liverpool 3 times this season and lose.
Yeah. Well, somebody have to lose, right? Somebody have to lose. In a Champions League.
Might go penalty again.
Yeah.
Might go penalty again.
I like Liverpool.
Well, go ahead, man.
No, go on top, man.
I guess Casey now is a Chelsea man saying that Bayern can be beaten. Flick is not there anymore. They're nothing to be scared of.
Okay.
Well, I mean, if we took any team can be beaten, every team can be beaten. But I know if Chelsea draw Bayern, I am not picking Chelsea to beat Bayern. I know that.
Ashek is saying that the best draw, however, would be Man City versus Bayern.
Man City would have killed Bayern right now. Right.
To be honest with you, I want there to be at least 1 or 2 blockbuster draw, but I don't want to be in any of them.
Yeah.
Just knock out 2 big teams and make it easier for me.
Yeah, Kev, guess what? Newcastle is not in Champions League and Aston Villa is not in Champions League, so we don't care who draw who, just so I know, so we get some big blockbuster draw and they just beat each other.
Listen, Ryan, would that be okay if the semi-finals was Chelsea, Villarreal, Atletico, Benfica? Ryan happy with that.
Yeah, man.
Ryan celebrating that.
Very.
You want an easy life. No easy life from here, boss. When are the draw? Friday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But Devin, just like us, Devin, as I said, Devin would love to get Benfica. Ryan would love to get Benfica because they know that Benfica is a weak link and they want to beat up on the weak link. But as I always say, I hope for some blockbuster, and I want to see Liverpool probably against Real Madrid or Real Madrid against Chelsea or Bayern against Chelsea or something like that. That's what I want to see on Friday.
Yes, man. Yes, man.
But
some of them want to see, man.
2 games took place in
Because
the
then, right?
Finish, man.
No, because I'm saying, wouldn't the next, because remember, I think the next set of games, are going to be played in a crucial time too, where the EPL, I think we're on a Man City versus Liverpool time. Yes, they're about. So, you can't rest players. Oh, the most players in the Champions League and then, in the league. So, it's really going to see how the man management go where that is.
And you know what would be funny? You know what would be funny? Man City have Liverpool to play in the league. And they might just draw each other and play each other 3 times in quick succession.
And then guess what, Ryan? Your scenario will probably play out, eh?
That did happen one year, right? It didn't happen like a couple years ago. They drew each other in the quarterfinal, and obviously City went out when they were also facing.
But with what you just described, right? I think you're probably lining it towards what you mentioned a couple shows back. That what if now Liverpool just need Villa to do the job on the last day of the season, and here comes Stevie G against City. So that's very well a possibility right now as it's done.
Yeah.
But
Stevie G would have to. Stephen G. Aston Villa, I'm aside, but Stephen G. would have to boots up. Would have to go put on him boots and stand up in the midfield if he want to have any chance of beating City or holding them to a draw.
Yes, I'd like to say that level and any team come and feel dead right now. So in the which team.
Hold on. Alright, I just screenshot the comment because Liverpool.
Yeah, man, if you just your screenshot and then the one to Casina.
Who that?
Casina said that Bayern can be beaten. Flick is not there anymore. There's nothing to be scared of. So obviously he's saying that if Chelsea get Bayern, he's going to beat Bayern.
Okay. Well, by the time Tuchel done drive the 7-seat today, go all the way to Germany. Tired players, them tired. Ladies, them tired, boss. So, so I don't want you no excuse, I don't want you no excuse. Leave out earlier than usual.
God, I get that
trade. Hey, Ryan, let me ask you a question real quick before Levan go to these games. Lukaku, what are you going to do with him?
Sell him?
Oh, you guys going to sell him in the summer?
Hopefully.
Who wants him?
I don't know. That's not my problem. No? Bring in, bro. It can't be any worse.
Brother, listen, look, you guys are losing Andreas Christensen and probably losing Antonio Rudiger. Let's convert the man into what he actually is, a defender. Simple. But the 2 EPL games that took place today, we saw Tottenham getting a 2-0 victory over Brighton. And as expected, Tottenham just lost. They're going to come back and pick up a W. But Harry Kane once again started out the season very slow. And as he has done over and over and over, when it comes to the building end of the season, he gets himself right up there in the golden boot conversation. But probably this time around it's a bit too far-fetched for him because too late for him. So, anything that anyone of you want to say on this Spurs victory? Because I know that Ryan is one of them that said that this side will do win, lose, and that's it.
Now, Kems was making a comment earlier, right? And somebody said, why you decided to go with that team? Was it because of the name or something like that? So, like for me, these 2 games, like I bet on them and me just say, you know what? I just go with names. Like I just Tottenham, Liverpool. From early this morning, I'm going to pay my life insurance, pay all of my bills, and I'm responsible for paying the house. I'm going to say, I have $50 leave before I buy basketball. I'm going to say,
Hold on, Devin. So, is you pay the bills in your house?
No, I pay my set of bills. So, like, I'm responsible for pay. Well, never pay rent.
Oh,
No pay rent until
okay.
but the rent is kind of mortgage because the house for mother and wife. Anyways,
I think a
pay my portion.
panty government over there, no?
Nah, man. Even Stevens, man. Even Stevens, me pay my portion. Like, so certain life insurance, certain things. I could pay certain things and sort out certain things first. I say, before me buy the basketball game, then I have my $50. I'm saying, what? Just I go with the name. So that's how it is. Because from Mr. Dortmund swept me this month earlier. Because from like 8 o'clock in the morning by the game, then Dortmund, Liverpool, Tottenham, and Chelsea. We just go with the name. And you know me now by Juventus. For last night, you know me now by Juventus. I went with Villarreal. That's it. So like for those 2 games live on, all I see was a name. I just see Liverpool is a better side and Arsenal, I see Tottenham is a better side. And with and motivation. Liverpool, in order to stay top with in touch with Man City, they have to win that game. Can't drop points in that game. They have to win that game. That's all. That's how I see it.
All I'll say is that the same manager I want to tell me about is now 6.
I was going to bring him up.
6 straight losses. You can go on because we already talked about him, so you can go on.
No, I was just going to point it out that is 6 straight L's. The shine, we're up for the ball.
So Ryan, it's a case that he move away from the draws and start getting the L's. Because remember that initially he normally get all the these. The
1-1, them.
No, it's all L's. All right, Potter. What's going on, fam? But on a more interesting note, Arsenal against Liverpool, and Sherwin is one of those persons that hyped up Arsenal that Arsenal would have gotten a W. But I mean, they were in the game, to be honest. They were. And they got an opportunity that they should have taken while the score was still at 0. When I think it was Thiago made that back pass. Yeah. They should have put it away. Didn't happen. And then Liverpool went down the other end and Liverpool scored. Good goal again by Jota. But still, personally for me, I don't think keeper should be beaten at their near post so easily. Sometimes, yes, shots are good that they can't save them, but I think Ramsdale could have done better there. But then, the second goal they conceded, why Saka never just kick the ball out for a throw? He tried to play back the ball and then Robertson intervened. And good from Robertson right there because he kept on pressing him, won the ball from him, good square. And there's Firmino, does what he has been known for over the years and tapped in and they got a 2-0 victory. Any one of you guys can take it on.
Oh, I was busy watching Chelsea, so I didn't see that game. I was just following the score.
There's really not much to say about this game. 2 teams, both teams really have some good form coming in. But if you look at the history the recent history between Liverpool and Arsenal, you would tend to believe that Liverpool would have won this game. Obviously, I think based on past performances, I think this was one of the performances where Arsenal actually looked like they could actually match up. Because they were playing good football, and should they have scored that goal that you spoke about earlier, it could have been a total different ball game. But I've always said it: you can't go to the bank and you don't cash a check, right? You can't do that. And they didn't cash a check, and Liverpool cashed theirs, right? And again, Liverpool.
Despite that, it was a free check too.
Huh?
It was a free check.
Of course, it was a free. One of them stimulus check they what Joe Biden give you, right? Free. But listen, I didn't think Liverpool played particularly well. But at this stage of the competition, and Shakes alluded to it, and we have alluded to it many times. 3 points is all that counts. You could have played bad from now till the morning. If you are walking away out that stadium and you have 3 additional points in the system, then you have done your job. And I think that's what Liverpool did. They were playing away. Arsenal was playing very inspired. But I must commend Arteta. I love what he's doing over there with the young guys. The project that he's building. Probably the next year, next 2 years, probably Arsenal will be up there. Trying to contend. Who knows what players they're going to bring in. Arteta, he has a standard at the club, and if you don't follow that standard, just like Aubameyang, you have to leave, and sometimes you need that. Sometimes you need that. Not everyone will agree with it, but hey, if Manchester United had somebody like that, no nonsense, and you get out, probably the club would be in better stance. But Liverpool got the 3 points. They won the game. They're now 1 point behind Manchester City. But I'll say this out there, and I know Adlam is watching, right? Adlam, Liverpool will drop points to Manchester United. They will drop points to Manchester United. That's all I'll say.
Wow. Here's Demo saying that we played them 4 times this season and they haven't even scored a goal against us.
Yeah, like if a team, like my thing is, if a team is not at their best and you still can't score upon them, boy, you're rough in your corner. Just rough.
True. Kemson, as I mentioned that.
They're coming like we are Spurs. I think we play Spurs 4 times and then I score 1 goal.
Yeah.
Any other topic that you guys want to touch on? Did I forget? Was it yesterday that yeah, it was yesterday that Brian Liston ran the 11.14. I remember we came earlier there. We said that we should get a brilliant starters for UHL there. We could do wonders, and
she ran away from Tina Clayton in that finals though. She don't want to see Tina Clayton, so she keep running and hiding. She can only run so far, but we'll book her soon enough right at the championships.
You know that I disagree with you though. I personally like what the coach did yesterday. I already tested and see where she is at against it. I'm saying that I personally like what the coach did yesterday. I'm putting her from the final. You know why? Test out the waters and see where she's at in regards to the other girls. Now I say that she's at 11.14 and she didn't get the best of starts and she also shut it down a bit. Now you test the water and see what it's all about. Wrap her up with a few champs. Champ is where everything will
save it for the important.
Yep. That's what I'll say as well.
Listen, remember that I know a lot of persons, and I guess Demo introduced y'all to the term, so I'll use it, right? So a lot of you guys have a lot of recency bias, right? So Brianna Liston on 11.14 on a jump up with on the pom-poms. But y'all forgot that Tina Clayton, she ran 11.09.
I remember
in the under 20.
You forget that.
Okay.
You want me to counter your argument? Brennan Liston has always been the bigger talent of the lad. Remember that this girl in class 4 used to beat up the Clayton twins, and she even ran 24 while she was in class 4. Yes, she did. And she got featured on BBC Daily Mail as being the next boat of track and field for Jamaica. So try remember that.
Boss, Tina Clayton beat Brianna Liston from under 11. I'm sending the
But
video in the group.
Back in a class 4 form.
Anyway, I am more in Clayton's camp, right? Just like him on this one.
Oh, listen. All right. So what I'll say is that in terms of a polished runner, in terms of form, in terms of but again, look at this. Brianna Liston have had 2 years to train without any competitive races. She's just training for 2 years. I mean, I'm expecting her at this stage to be in better shape, but I guarantee you, coming around to champs time, you don't want to see Tina Clayton. That's all I'll say. I am putting Tina Clayton as a 100-meter champion at Boys and Girls Championships. The 200, I'll give Liston the 200 because guess what? She have a lot of 400-meter strength, and I don't think the twins have that kind of strength. When I'm watching the twins, when it reach around 175, 180 meters, they start to wear down. That time, Brianna Liston is still powering through. So Liston can get the 200 meters.
But Mr. Clayton beat that Olympian man at the under 20. I think Clayton has the capability to beat Liston.
Where did she beat her?
Huh?
Where did she beat her?
The under 20 championship in my top, man.
When she beat the Maling, the guy from Namibia.
Hold on, really did run in a man.
Huh?
She ran in the flat 100. I can't remember him.
11.09?
Yeah, but did Mbama run in that race?
Not
Not
Mboma.
Mboma, the other guy.
Oh, you're talking about
The-
Masilingi.
Yeah,
yeah.
that guy.
Uh, I don't. Yeah, same for that. But
No matter, Olympian.
it will be an interesting one, to be honest, and I'm so looking forward to it. And for everybody that has been cursing out the man for whatever they did in terms of altering champs, putting the 100 meters forward. You're going to go ahead, David.
Huh?
You say something?
No,
All right, as I was saying, the man has clarified it, and he said that they did this because if an athlete wants to do two events, they just want to get one event out of the way totally at the beginning. So, say athlete want to do the 100, 200 double, they won't have to run any heats during that stage of the 100 meter. And let's go again. If they're going to do the 100 meter, they will do the heats, the semis, and the finals all before they do any heats of any 200 and any of that. So we get the 100 meter out of the way totally, then they can do the 1-2 double. And also the same scenario for the 800, 1500. Same thing for the 4-8 if you want to do that. So yeah, that's the clarity that he gave to whatever it is. So now it makes sense.
Yeah,
Devin,
I
you're going to
mean,
say something?
of course.
No, it's not about track when you're not finish.
Go ahead, James.
No, I mean, of course, because again, these things were causing a lot of injuries to the athletes. Especially because they have to run the 1, 2, and the 4x1 heats. The 4x1 heats in the middle of that as well. And sometimes your team not strong enough, so your strongest runner have to be able to go ahead and run that heat. But I like the 8 and 1500. That's brutal, and the 4 and 8. That's brutal as well. So yeah, even so the thing is, people don't like change, and when the change makes sense, people are willing to oppose it. People willing to oppose the change. Oh no, it don't make no sense. Put back the 100 from
At
the
first I
Friday.
was against it, but just when Keith Wellington had the clarity to it, I said, yo, if I had any doubts whatsoever, no, all those doubts has been cast.
I don't care what it did when it run, because that no matter to me. When I see what that matter.
What they're saying is that what the arguments that I've seen out there, again, they're saying, oh, revenue this, revenue that. And I'm saying, if Issa is willing to give up revenue in order to make the athletes obviously can run the sprint double and also injury free, well,
It only going to last 11 seconds, so it no matter to me.
They're not giving up any revenues because, you see, especially putting that 100 on the Wednesday, people are going to turn up. We know fans there.
I doubt it.
Let's see.
Now, Wednesday at the middle of the week, boss. People have work.
Some will still.
A lot of persons will tune in on the TV like myself. But
I thought we were going to be there in the stands.
Not on Wednesday. Not on Wednesday at Backside.
I'm not so sure when there's any major revenue.
Yeah. Devin, shoot, you were going to say something.
No, like Kim's always say, boy, if you have big up a team and your team are winning, brother. And when your team lose, nobody just disappear. No excuses, Not even receipts must save you. So Brooklyn was on a 3-game win streak. And, we were leading this game and then Dallas beat us on a last shot, lost the game by 113, 111. Like 10 seconds left in the game. 10 seconds left in the game and we were trailing. KD come down with a clutch 3. Clutch 3, we're up by 111 to 110. Player what we give away, what we trade away. Spencer did with it. Spencer. Remember he made a game-winning shot against Boston, then with 95-90.
Yep.
95-92. That man come again. Clutch 3, like 0.0. I don't know, almost to 0 second, brother. Because remember, we tell you, 10 seconds after KD make the shot in on the clock with a rundown. And the man make a clutch 3 again and kill away off tonight, brother. So the 9-game win streak that we said was going on never materialized. And he just goes back. I don't want to blame Nash. blew out a team by nearly 30 last night, and Kyrie was going off. KD shouldn't have played 30 minutes. KD shouldn't have played 30 minutes.
I don't. So David.
My thing was from before, and I'm saying, all right, just make Kyrie keep going out. If you want to go for Kobe 81, or if you feel like you can go for Will Chamberlain 100 and whatever, make him go for it. Rest KD, because you know Kyrie can't play a Barclays Center, can't play in a Brooklyn. So just make him keep going off. Rest KD. KD shouldn't play 20 minutes, because I'm going to blow them out. And there's Avin. So when I see KD, that's just
what keys you want.
All right. So each time I say, once I come on here until the basketball show, just want to quickly touch on some like college basketball, because now is when most people start watching. I was talking to Vinny. Vinny said for the last couple of years, you know, start watching it until the Final Four. Now it's in the round of 64 now, 11. And you know, after each round, it cut in half. So they're going to the round of 32. So last time I was riding with this team, you know, Gonzaga, for I think that year when I
was riding with them as well.
Yeah, because I wanted to get the undefeated record, and then never materialized, you know. That guy, but this year now, I'm not going for no undefeated record. So I'm riding with Gonzaga again, because I like this. Like, when I don't watch games, this is the first time I'm watching so many games. When I don't watch his games, my stepson keep me informed. And I tell him, so I'm going to bring him on for a show here, because him know the players and without him have to look up on them. So there's this guy, what I'm saying, he's like a KD type, a Porzingis type, you know, a white guy named Chet. I don't know what I'm pronouncing. Olgren from Gonzaga. He's a center, 7'1", but him say him have good ball handling skills too. So I'm riding with Gonzaga again. You know, Auburn, them have a guy named Jabari Smith there. They say he's a good guy, Auburn. And you know, Charles Barkley keep talking about Auburn because he used to go to Auburn. But I'm riding with Gonzaga until they drop out this year. So each time I come, I have a chance to just touch on some of the college basketball, because I've been watching. It's the first in a long time I haven't watched them some more. I watched a good few of the games this year.
I've watched much this year. Last year I was in tune team, because as I mentioned, I could tell about all those players from Gonzaga and all that. But this year,
the Gonzaga team, but them let me down still. But they're still good still.
Yeah. And to people in the comment section, tomorrow we'll be having a cricket show. Man. We'll talk about the cricket tomorrow. All I will say about it right now is that England are 244 for 3. And West Indies, once again, they dropped 2 catches in this game. They dropped Joe Root when he was on 30th or 40th, I believe. Joshua Da Silva dropped him, Kimwa Roach. And then they dropped Dan Lawrence while he was on 72, I believe. And, Joseph dropped a dolly of Seals. He went
what
on
was Joseph on slips though?
Good question. Good question. Yeah. And there are also some misfields in the game, because I think you probably remember the shot where Root played the ball straight to John Campbell, and he allowed the ball to go right through him and went to the boundary. But good century from the skipper once again, and he's what? At one point today, I heard them say that he was on 54 50s for England, only 3 behind Alistair Cook to overtake him. So,
yeah,
I mean, Joe Root is a batting manual, and they got a chance to get him out early. They didn't take it. So, West Indies is behind the 8 ball right now, and they'll be once again facing a situation of chasing down a big total. But, boy, man, we're not allowed JC alone, man. We have to beat him when in the foolishness, man. There's no way you can make that ball go through, man. Come on. You have to do better than that. But a lot of interesting sports taking place right now, man. And tomorrow we'll also see Devin. So here's Krista saying that Joseph does feel like slip sometimes.
He does feel like slip? Okay.
Yeah. And as I said, tomorrow will be there will be some Europa League, some Europa Conference. And for the bettors, there are lots of games right out there, man, that will be good for you to bet on. As it relates to GSW, I know that Kim's always come here and beat GSW, but I believe they're on a 4-match unbeaten run. Clay looking like he's trying to do something right now. And ever since Poole started getting more minutes, you realize that GSW has been playing well. Yep, he's dropping some trees, and as you mentioned, Draymond is back, so I expect them to continue winning. I believe tonight they have a good game to play because when I checked it the last time, I saw they were getting like $70 to win the game. So I mean,
Yeah.
good odds. But guys, keep on supporting us, man. And as Devin said, for the basketball fans, just go ahead and watch some college basketball. This is where you know the players that will eventually come into NBA,
Yeah.
and just get familiar with them from now. So keep on supporting us. Big up to everybody, and thanks to our producer Josh Carl makes it possible. Thanks to Devin, thanks to Kems, thanks to Shakes, and also thanks to Ryan who was here. Thanks to all of your commenters, and also our producer Josh Carl makes it possible. Until tomorrow, stay safe, enjoy the rest of the evening.